take the wrong and you make it right. Like a firefly, you're glowing at night. So don't make it hard, don't let me go. I wanna hold you tight when you're cold. I'm waiting for your love, you just keep me hanging on. I deserve to stay. find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Hello and welcome to our third game here for MetriX. I was not available last night to cast our game against Guardian, but that was unfortunately a loss as well. So, here on Vertigo, having lost on Inferno and Overpass, can MetriX right the ship here on a bit of an oddball pick? Not a very popular map, especially at this level of ESEA, and could be a little bit of a map that might have caught LGTV off guard, or it might have caught MetriX off guard. We will find out soon. MetriX did win the pistol round, the knife round, and will start on the CT side. Let's see how this goes. I'm not quite sure why they keep shooting out all the skylights, but that's just how it is. Luke Teeth here. He's got a lot of T's going his way. Pawn. Bit of a bait position. Only finds one before being taken down by Foray. I'm gonna call that Austin finding one more. Two here towards stairs though, and with a knife out runs towards a bit of a close one. There might have been taken down by the P250, but Foray just couldn't get it done. And ooh, must have been 3x4, because he should have spotted him otherwise. But Yorick and Yols left in a 2v1 now against Flatord, who's been spotted by Electrical and taken down by Yolt. So this is a pistol round win for MetriX. Very good start to the map here, and they should be looking to build on this momentum. It is very common for the team to win the pistol round to lose the conversion, but hopefully this shouldn't be the case. LGTV will, however, be able to get themselves a pretty decent buy in this next round, as they got the bomb down. We do seem to be having a technical issue rather than a tactical one. So hopefully all is okay. CDs haven't quite bought up yet, not sure what to do with the money they have available. And given that LGTV have gone the safe route, it looks, and gone for a half buy rather than fully investing into rifles and utility in this one, along with armor, Austin and Co. should be able to make this a relatively simple second round. Of course, the Deagles and P250s are weapons to be scared of, because if they're wielded correctly, they can do a ton of damage. But I feel relatively confident with the firepower advantage that MetriX should be able to take the second one over the line as well. Let's see though. Pause finally comes to an end, and we'll get into the action, see how this round evolves, I guess is a way of putting it. I had a different word in mind, but I just can't think of it at the moment. It does look like MetriX seem very comfortable on the map. They know their utility well. It's all decent lineups here in the side hall. The flash is good from Yols and York. Will get that first kill, immediately putting the T's down to man disadvantage. Although him picking up that pistol might be heard. They might know he's aggressed a little bit further down side hall towards ramp, trying to catch them off guard. Smoke well timed on the B site, right as some of the T's were looking to rotate over. Oh, that's a bit unlucky. He just hits that bracket and the smoke bounces the wrong way. That does mean he can't keep his advanced position. He'll have to drop back Yols here in mid, watching with a scout. Will get taken down. Well placed by Karate on the deagle. And this is exactly what the CTs needed to be worried about if they land the one deags with the deagles, and even with the P250s, a 2-tap to the head should be able to get it sorted as well. The flash comes through to clear out that mid position again. Looks clear. A Molotov's been dropped over. And now MetriX might be thinking that the T's are going towards the A side again, and this would be a pretty correct assumption at the moment. Only 35 seconds left on the clock. That should be a decent Molotov, forcing back Foray, who's got the bomb on him. Oh, and a second Molotov to double up, just leaking that time, just draining it for the T's. Fatorde. Oh, still lands the 1-deag though, even though he turned away right as Austin Reno peaked. The UNP turning out to be ineffective. The Deagles, in the meantime, were very effective. York can't even get that last kill. Kratty with 3, and a conversion that LGTV should have never won. But this will put the CT side in a difficult position. The money really not there after that full investment into the last one. You're going to buy up that UMP, but the SMG is really not good enough for them last time round. And then Austin Areno, who kind of failed with the UMP, is going to drop down to a 5-7. Deagles on Pawn, Luke Peef, and Yols, though. So in terms of pistols, it's the best they can get for the money. And X-Post might get caught off guard, but missing the shots. Luke Peef gonna miss one, and Yorick in enemy lines, running into the back of Flotorda before taking him down. A bit of a confusing arrangement that was. But even numbers there might be some weapons for the CTs to pick up as well if the T's have completely vacated ramp. It doesn't look like... Oh, no, it does look like they've done that, though. Heading towards B. No one there for the CTs at the moment. This could be a brilliant call from the Swedes. And they've got plenty of utility to take the site with as well. Very little on the CT side. A single flash is all they have to work with. And LGTV could look to make this a comfortable second round win for them. The execute finally coming out. The CTs is not going to be ahead of it, so they're going to have to wait out for the smokes and stuff to dissipate. Serena playing up close, not baited through the smoke by the bomb plant. The nade should land right on top of him. Not doing quite as much damage as I would have expected, but still not a great position for the CTs to be in. Foray watching the stairs position. Yols has picked up an AK, so that's a decent amount of firepower there. And just doubling up on the CTs. Oh, Foray's taking care of Yols on the AK though. So Pawn left in a 1v2. Half health, very little armor, and very little firepower to go along with it. And LGTV, albeit a messy one, will convert that second round in their favor. This should put MetriX down to a full eco as well. Really don't have the money or the time to constantly buy in with a bad bank balance, because up against AKs, they're just going to get shredded. So this round should be a no-brainer for the T side. And looks like they've gone for a full B stack for the CTs. This could work out well. Might find themselves an initial kill at the very least. Oh, but Kratty, he's not going to... Oh, no, okay, he is. The flash comes through, and now they pounce. The smoke there to block them out. A few pot shots through it, and this is where the meat grinder begins. A kill from the USP. But it should be just that. Now Yorick left alone with a 1v4 with nothing but a USP. Does have a defuse kit though. Curiously, fires a little bit of damage onto X-Post, but as expected, LGTV will win that fourth round and the third on the board for them very convincingly. MetriX should finally get themselves a full buy of their own. No op available for Yoltz. He's going to have to deal with the M4A1S. Not really any helmets, but again, against AKs, it's not really important. The utility a little bit limited as well, though, and only a single kit in play. So they're going to have to get these entries and find this man advantage early and deny LGTV access to the bomb sites. Well-timed Molotov from Pawn. Not really giving any damage over, but is going to stop them from advancing for a little bit longer. Molotovs do only last for 5 seconds. So, soon enough they'll be able to get their way through. To boost up top from Craddy. The flash could be good, but doesn't even need to, as Pawn just finds Craddy walking into his crosshair. Foray will get that return onto Yorick, though, so it's a 4 versus 4, and that is a meaty grenade to fall into Pawn as well. Down to 34 HP. In the meantime, Austin has found that man advantage again for the CT side. And ooh, it's a bit of a messy one. Luke Peeve caught out in the open, and suddenly this turns in the favor of the T's yet again. Low health on Austin and Pawn, and because it's a 2v2, MetriX are going to have to risk it and split up. They now know it's on the A side. Pawn shouldn't go for this until Austin arrives. Bit of a shot through the wall. Foray returns with an equal. With the bomb plant position as it is, MetriX should expect LGTV to come here from side hall and also from ramp. Time is running out, though. Don't have that kit available. It was dropped, and Foray with the AK will find that first kill. Pawn, not long for this world, does find second kill, but couldn't quite get that last into X post. It's going to be 1-4 for LGTV. I'm not quite sure if Vertigo is a T or a CT sided round. I guess it does depend on how comfortable you are on the map. More so than on maps like Nuke. But this is a very good start for LGTV, and MetriX not really getting too much done with that full buy. It does bring it to a 1v1, but not being able to bring it over the line means they're going to have to eco yet again. Deagles sees at 75, and Yoles has decided not to invest at all, waiting for the next round to buy in that op and hopefully have a little bit more impact. Although, aside from Pawn, none of the CTs have really had that much. Austin burning in the Molotov a little bit. Will find his way back without being caught. And with plenty of time still in the round, the execute on towards the B site will come through. MetriX playing it very passively at the moment, hiding behind these rafters. Bit of a bait setup. Foray does find that first, but traded out by the sheer numbers that MetriX were bringing. Luke Peeve picking up the AK as well. A welcome change for them, but I think that LGTV have recognized that the B site is completely stacked. The A site relatively empty, if not completely. The first rotate coming through from Yoles, but he's only got himself a measly USP to work with. So he's going to need a few more numbers from his compatriots. And oh, Flattertoe flattering with that flick. And Luke Peeve and the AK not getting much done. Xbox coming from behind, getting the final 2 kills, making it 3 total in the round. And LGTV starting to run away with this one a little bit. MetriX should finally be able to buy up again. And this time we see Yoltz on the off. Hopefully he can have a little bit more impact. Has had a rough start to the game so far. 1 kill in 6 rounds. We are just starting the 7th. Early expended utility there. Might leave the A site a little bit low on at least offensive utility. They all still have a smoke or a flash. York playing advance. He's going to be expected, but wins out the fight regardless. Xpost taking down the smoke and deny any map control towards ramp for the T's. And now, with a man advantage, MetriX on a perfect spot to take the round, but it is 4 T's up against 2 here on the B side. There is a third waiting, but watching more towards mid. So won't be able to offer any immediate assistance. Ooh, almost getting cut out in the open as well. Oh, a lot of utility damage being done there. Flattered again, getting a Moldy kill. And the least. First time I've seen him in the in the kill feed, finding one more. It is a 3v2. But Yolts, oh, he's brought down Crazy to 1 HP. The Molotov not quite going to spread quickly enough, and this is a difficult retake for the CT side to embark on. And yeah, they've pulled the plug on it, opting to save their weapons instead. The nade not going to touch him, luckily. But that is a round of what could have been. Although, actually, wait, hold on a second. I think they've just read this brilliantly. They didn't realize it, but the bomb hadn't gone down. So Yoltzi's watching this towards ramp. Will drop it. And now with only 10 seconds on the clock, LGTV, they've got a mountain to climb. Flounder doesn't have full health, but he's run out of time completely now. And he's going to get taken down from the back, not clearing Yoltzi's position. And MetriX finally respond with one of their own. And hopefully they'll be able to build on that. They haven't had too many competitive rounds just yet, so LGTV are financially fine for at least one more buy, 2 more for a few of the players. And especially as that loss bonus begins to grow. Flash coming through on ramp and the second one as well, but there's no one there to receive it as the T's are looking to set up more towards mid and B. And a great first catch from Luke Peef. Dry swinging out onto ramp is a brave one. They've got the flashes, but they haven't quite cleared it. So Delise has got himself a second kill as well. The FAMASas on the B side really not holding up well. And Craddy, in the meantime, has found one more. Yorick will get the trade, but it's now a 1v3 as the Opera gets taken down without finding a kill of his own. And Yorick, not quite sure what he can do. The captain, measuring up his options at the moment, might just opt for the save. The money's still not in a good spot for the CTs despite winning that last round. And actually, looks like he might be going for it. Either opting for some exit frags or thinking he can land the shots. But the time is starting to run out a little bit, and he realizes that by the time he's cleared the site fully and maybe even gotten rid of the players, he wouldn't have enough time for the defuse. Opts for the save, but he is being chased a little bit. Might get taken down here. There's one in mid. That's the least. But they just kind of walked past each other. So LGTV posts a 6th on the board. Yorick will save that AK. Ooh, that got a little bit messy, a bit hairy at the end. But he does save it ultimately, which is a good weapon to bring into this round and will help fortify this buy that's coming through from MetriX. It's not going to be a great one. Deciding not to risk too much for going with a compromised buy. Going to go for the full pistols this round along with the AK. Creddy does miss on the op, and I don't think he spotted the first player going down into the ladder room, but Authority will and wins out the fight as well. Pawn going down at the, Aston Arena going down at the exact same time. York will find a return on the hero AK, but it's still a man advantage for the T side here. And now they know exactly where that one weapon is. They can try and avoid it entirely. This kill towards the B side has called over to rotate a little bit. Still one watching in mid, but now they're starting to realize the timing is starting to click. That it could just be towards the A side. Yolt's missing the flash quite badly, honestly. Not a great lineup from him. It does look like LGTV are a little bit more comfortable on Vertigo than MetriX. Although it is nice to see... Oh! Yolts does find the kill, denying the bomb plant. Plenty of time left on the clock, and Yorick did bring over that AK all the way over from CT spawn. Try and find that kill. That's a great nade onto Yorick as well. He's down at 20 HP. Not quite spotting his head as the smoke dissipates. The new smoke is going to make it even more difficult for the CTs to find their way into the site and go for the retake. So they're going to opt to save yet again. Alrighty, taken down without firing a shot. So that is an expensive bit of weaponry lost by the T, sorry. As they chase down these other weapons, York will be able to bring that through to the next round, drop it over to Yoltz. And this is a pretty good save. It bolsters that economy just a little bit more and would allow for 2 full buys. Maybe. Might just be 1 full buy after this one. Were they to lose this round, and you know, even if they win, if they lose enough players, that economy will suffer regardless. Interesting flash. And in the meantime, we've got 3 Ts towards mid. Pawn has to hold down the fort, finds the first, spots the second. And that's a decent nade onto the least. Brings him down to 50 HP. And going aggressive through the smoke. They're going to flash through it and confirm very little presence from the Ts. So the rest of MetriX should be able to rotate over towards the B site. York with Authorina with a bit of an angle there. That's Foray finding his way through, but caught with some utility X-post there to get the trade yet again, though. So the positions have been flipped a little bit. LGTV coming through from mid and from CT towards the B bomb site. And now the retake is going to come through from the stairs. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful nade. Actually misses it completely. Craddy might have spotted him with the shoulder peek. But with such low HP, will get taken down regardless. And now Yoltz, head on a swivel, finds the kill through the smoke. Either he had a bit of a... He must have had a tip of some sort that that last player was in the smoke. Because why else would you just pick up the AK and spray through it immediately? You'd be giving up your position. So he must have heard or seen something to go for it. And it works out quite well. MetriX to close that gap a little bit more. Do have to post consecutive rounds on the board, which is something they've not managed to do just yet. And LGTV are looking pretty close to winning at the half. Still have 1 or 2 more buys left in the bank. Need a drop over from their teammates, though, as a loss bonus won't really be there. Yeah, just a single tick, so that's about $1,900, I think, as opposed to $1,400 if there's no tick. And it would help that they got the bomb plant as well, which they didn't last round. No, they did get the bomb plant last round. What am I saying? Oh, right, as that smoke dissipates, X-Post finding the outline of Luke P and taking him down. An early man advantage before the T side, and Yoltz has been brought down low as well, playing a bit of an angle. Not sure what that aim adjustment was. Maybe someone should check his PC, because that is not normally. But as a whole, I think... Oh, I never noticed that. There's a banner for the construction company that takes care of it. Torde coming through from side hall. Not going to be expected by CTs. Continuing to spray, finding himself too. And this A-hold has been torn to shred. Yoltz, the only man left. He might be mollied out. Oh, spotted above the smoke. Almost taken down. 10 HP left on him. And despite having enough money in the bank, they're opting to save and giving over the half win. Because after winning this round, LGTV will finish the half with more rounds regardless than MetriX, because the most MetriX can get now is 7. But this is some good stuff coming out of LGTV. And similarly, it's been a pretty rocky few rounds for MetriX. Authorina does find that 1 kill. A little bit wary about going for the op, and Yoltz just staying alive, but barely. Do you have another match pause coming through? Doesn't look like it's a timeout. It looks like it's a technical pause. So there might just be another issue. Not quite sure though. It looks like we're ready to get back into the action, so let's see what comes of it. Yorick opting to go for the AUG instead of the M4, and Yoltz on that op that he saved last round. They can do a little bit of chip damage on the support, so that's a decent start for the CTs, but they have to try and get that first kill and then maintain the man advantage. Importantly, something they've struggled to do so far in this game. Huh. I didn't know the molly could fall through there. That's an interesting one. Not sure if it keeps its efficacy or effectiveness if it just falls below the rafter but still on the ground below it. Maybe? I'm not quite sure. It should though, I think. Yeah. This is the slowest default we've seen so far from LGTV, and it's not going to work out. Yorick staying alive with the skin of his teeth. 19 HP left on him, and this might look... Oh, this might have just been a fake. And a very good one at that as well. I mean, a smoke launched from across the map, it seems like, to make it look like they're going towards A. Now Austin Reno left alone in what is effectively a 1v4 on this side behind electricity, caught with utility in his hand. And the rotates have been relatively quick, to their credit, so Pawn finds himself a kill onto X post. And with the man advantage, they might try to go for this. They have plenty of utility as well to try and make this retake happen. The flash is decent, but they're not going to act off of it. Luke Peef will find a kill before Yorick gets traded out. Yorick's finding one as well through the smoke. Luke Peef will find the last kill. And MetriX, half that deficit to LGTV. Ooh, this is a very fast ride coming through from the T side and X post. What a spray continuation, finding the 2 kills on ramp, and might still go down to the Molotov. Oh, stays alive, just barely. Nope, gets taken down by his teammate of all people in 4A. More aggressive than expected. Will catch Pawn looking the wrong way. No real backup from his teammates either. They've been smoked out of the side completely. The bomb can go down. Early on into the round, they went very slowly last time round, that it didn't quite work out, so they've defaulted back to the quicker style they've been playing before that, and it's worked out a absolute treat. Bomb down with 1:20 on the clock, whittling down that time for the CTs, and with a man advantage, LGTV will surely get the round win, as the CTs are now saving. Still expending the flashes, and I'm not quite sure why. But you know, to each their own. Heading into the penultimate round of the first half here. It's a decent buy again from MetriX. The utility, actually, a full belt of it, which is not something we've said too many times. Yold's finding a great first flick onto X post. And another very quick retake. He's going to get caught retreating. And the least finding a second one as well. The spray continuation could have found him a third, but not quite. And Pawn? Peeking out wide, not quite landing the bullets he needs to, and now been flashed off the angle completely. Yorick will find one inside hole. Strange he wasn't cleared beforehand. And Pawn in the meantime has found one more. Now it's a 1v1 4A versus Pawn, and MetriX win it out. Could still make this a 6-9 half, which is a lot better than what was initially expected from myself, at least, given how quickly LGTV got themselves into the lead. Let's go, though. It's kind of empty, LGTV's money, surprisingly. Might be because they've won 2 in a row now. So Glil coming out in very limited utility. Yold's finding another great pick at the top of stairs. Almost doubling up on that one, at least. Let's get the trade onto Austin Areno and throwing out utility gets caught out completely, but Yorick's rather, finding that kill to the least somehow, despite getting the opening kill, it's still a man advantage for the T side, and as he drops down, Luke Peef, finally gets that last kill just by the smallest of margins. 7 HP left, and the retake comes through. Luke Peef is going to confirm that 6th round for MetriX. We will throw to a little bit of a break now as we get ready for the second half. I know for one I'm going to grab myself a bit of water, and you guys should grab yourselves a drink and a snack as well, because I imagine the second half is going to be pretty spicy. Looks like we are ready to get back into this game. The second half now live. And MetriX have to get this pistol round and the conversion and the round after that if they want to tie up the score and make this a competitive second half. The LGTV will have much of the same idea. So let's see what's happening. An interesting setup coming through from the CTs. Not really anyone populating the A side. Mostly focused on mid. At least here with a quick flank. Ready to pounce once CTs know where exactly the Ts are going. I mean, there's no way they'd be expecting this if they turn back to go towards the B side. Noise has been made towards A, though, near ramp. The rotate's not that quick. There are 3 on the A side for the CTs. So it's going to be an all-out firefight. The flashes come through, and decently effective. The smokes really just stopping either team from finding any kills. We'll be able to get the bomb down. At least should do quickly before the smokes dissipate. Just some pot shot smokes. Pot shots through the smoke, mostly going in favor of the CTs now, especially in the CTs as Foray. Getting that first kill into Yorick, who was lurking in mid. Another retake comes through Pawn, finding 2. X-Post with 1 return, and now left in a 2v3. Low health on Yoltz and Luke Peef, though, so Delise coming in from the back. Should be good to find himself 1, but now they know exactly where he is. It's a 2v2. The time is running low. There is a kit on X-Post, but he's not the one defusing. Oh, and X-Post can't quite cover for his teammate quickly enough, so that will be a T-side pistol round victory. Just behind that defuse. Even though X-Post finds all the kills, it is still a T-side win for MetriX, and they need to win the conversion as well, something they couldn't manage in the first half. If you remember, they also won the pistol at the very start of the game, and then just couldn't convert the second one, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth. But after that, MetriX did look like they'd warmed up a little bit into the server, and made it a relatively competitive half. Not as good as it could have been, but, you know, 9-6 is the second best in 8-7 half. And Yorick with an early entry kill, finding Delise, who's jump peeking there at stairs, and now looking to accelerate a little bit more towards the B site. Will actually fall back as Crady goes a little bit aggressive with the P250. Yolt's watching mid, waiting for some aggression to come through from the CTs, but it's never really going to arrive. I don't know how I like this from MetriX at the moment. It's very spread out for now. Hopefully they kind of... Alright, yeah, no, so they are just recouping here outside of a ramp. And there's really no one there on the site itself. The X-Post is the only one who's really close enough, and he's got nothing but a P2000, hasn't invested anything into this round. Probably hoping to buy the op in the next, would be my guess. Although, B250 does well to find the first into Yorick. The trade is imminent, and Pawn with an elevated angle will catch the person on, I don't know what they call it. Oh! Craddy with a Zeus kill. Hey, it's better than nothing. Brings it only to a 3v1 now instead of a 4v1 for X-Post to contend with. And some extra smokes just to lock him out of the site that little bit more. He's really got nothing to lose, so he might as well go for it. He's invested absolutely nothing at all. The only thing he could deny the tease at the moment is that kill bonus by not going down. Although he has picked up a Mag 10, so gotten a fair bit of value out of this round. Still going to be a MetriX win, and they've closed that gap down to 1 round. Looking good to even it up, but because LGTV ecoed in that last round, they should be able to buy up in this one. Won't be the most amazing buy in the world. Notably a lack of utility, but it's certainly more than manageable. And with the ult still on the scout, could be a much closer round than what the guns tell us. Aggressive. He's going to spot that barrel before York can do anything, and taking down a man advantage early on here for LGTV. And let's see how MetriX regroup and approach this now that they have the man disadvantage. It can still be nullified a little bit, because ultimately they would still be heading on towards the site with the man advantage, unless the rotates are swift and quick from LGTV. So they could still just win the site over with a well thought, quick execute. But for the moment, not really looking to do that. Mid has been left basically completely open. There's only one man watching it here, and that's with the Mag 10. They do not know exactly where he's coming from, and Yolt's running through. And from behind, Flatorda just disrespecting that smoke will get one more kill before being taken down. It's a 2v2. But Luke Peef, stuck in a rock in a hard place, will get taken down by Flatort, which is such a weird name. And now Pawn has to make this 1v2 happen. Does have the bomb available to him, so smoke that off, try and get it. But actually a very missed opportunity here from Flatort. The bomb should be able to go down. Although, why did he fake it? Pawn. You're probably not going to win that round, granted, but get the bomb plant, guarantee that little bit more money. You know, if he faked it out and got the kill, he still wouldn't have been able to get the bomb plant. And at that point, he would have not got the loss bonus either. So he wouldn't be helping out his own economy, and he wouldn't be helping out his teammates either. Very quick one, and Craddy overwhelmed quickly. Got with utility. Flatord, oh man, he had a golden opportunity there. They weren't really aware that he was there and still couldn't manage to find the kill. The nade not going to do as much damage as I would have hoped. Only 12 HP taken off X-Post. And oh, Yorick, he's got a bit of a lurk through the back here. Could be the backstab to end all backstabs. If he times it correctly, because he honestly might not even need it. Luke Peef, Austin Reno, and they're all getting it sorted, but Yorick is there from the back. Picks up the op, a nice little bonus for him. And MetriX are definitely keeping it close here on the CT side, echoing LGTV again. They won't be able to invest much into this round. A Deagle bought up, but looks like that might just be the only thing that's been bought. Well, never mind, I'm lying. Everyone's upgraded their weaponry. X-Post has bought a smoke. And going for the same quick A ramp, I think think he might have gotten a bit lost there. It looks like he was trying to go up side hole, just missing his jump in that smoke, and starting right back where he started, or ending up right where he started. Yeah, I think that's how the saying goes. Right, should be decent smoke into side hole. This should be around for the tees. Anyways, Craddy with the boost though. Could catch them off guard, but ooh, yo, 360 through the wall, taking down Craddy. Flator does find the return on the 5-7 though. So it's 4v4. Pawn brought down low by the Deagles as well. So this is looking a little bit scary here. Picked up AK as well. And Luke Peef not really being able to take advantage of his firepower advantage. Yoltz finding another great kill. Austin Reno holding down the back lines as Yoltz gets the bomb down. Oh, nice catch. The scout, not effective. Was it a scout? It might have just been the AK. Yeah, given how much damage was dealt, probably just the AK. And now Exposed has the task of saving that very AK into the next round. You know, Exposed might be in a good spot here to try and get himself some exit frags as well. Not really going to go for it. It's a bit too risky. And MetriX have evened up the scoreline. The buy still not going to be too great from the CTs. Will get themselves full rifles, but the utility will be compromised. Only a single kit in play as well. So MetriX have a good chance in this round of getting the win. They have the firepower advantage. AKs 1M4 A1S and the op against 3M4 A1Ss and then 4 A4. Which, given the meta, I'm surprised he stuck with it. But, you know, I respect his choice. And one AK to go alongside it. No long-range sniper for them to help themselves. Taking a little bit more slowly this time. Not really going for the same fast ramp default as they did the last few rounds. Molotov should force the least out into the open, although never mind, he's behind the wall. I misread that radar. Yoltz finding the opening kill elsewhere though. Pawn with a double up and least waiting. Oh my god, how does he win that out? Brought down low, 19 HP, but the flash, he turned away for it, and then that's when the T started spraying and still wins it out. That's very well placed crosshair here. Flator finding another kill. Yoltz had a 2 HP through the smoke. Leapy will find a kill before being taken down. Astorino will find one more, but the least on 19 HP, finishing off that 1v1 and putting LGTV back in the lead. And that's going to be a missed opportunity that MetriX might regret later on. Could have just reset that CT economy one more time and allowed themselves to get a little bit more comfortable of a lead. But now they have to come from behind again. We'll have lost the op on Yoltz, who's looked quite good with it this time round. Having to deal with just AKs. And the utility is surprisingly still a lot better than that on the CTs. The buy as a whole looks better. I mean, yeah, they've got the op to cancel out the weakness of the FAMAS. But as a whole, it looks a lot better for the T's. Still only one kit in play for LGTV. And Craddy almost caught through the wall. It's looking pretty decent for MetriX so far. I haven't really found their way onto a bomb site yet, but dealing all that damage to Craddy is going to force him into a more passive angle, which they could easily smoke off here in the A site. Just have to deal with Flator, who's got the FAMAS down near side hall. Molotov could be well timed as well. Of course, LGTV after FAMAS getting that first kill though. Yoltz taken down, and the flash not really helping him out too much. Actually being more of a hindrance, and no way he finds himself a second one as well. Luke will ultimately trade him out, and Astorino finding one more. They've got their homies back as Craddy runs through that smoke to try and find that last kill. Expo somehow still alive. The molly burning him down to 7 HP. And Foray, he's still got that op. He's not really had much of a say in this round. And just saving. So MetriX are going to bring back one more round, and they're actually keeping that economy on the CT side a little bit in check. Still not that much loss bonus. So while they've saved the AK, not the AK, the M4 and the AWP, the rest of them cannot buy. So MetriX will be able to bring in a much stronger buy this round than LGTV can. But then again, we don't know how good Foray is on the AWP, and we don't know how good... Well, actually, we do know how good X-Post is. He's quite handy with a rifle. Missed Molotov from Pawn, not going to help out the team that much. They are slowly making their way towards the B site, though, and there's really not that many players for LGTV around to really do anything. The rotate has been brought in preemptively, but playing passively on the site, they can be smoked out relatively easily. And I think that's exactly what these smokes have done. Yeah, looks like they're blending quite well. The Molotov making sure no one's on the site. They should have cleared out the rest of the site as well. Molotov landing in a decent spot as well. And LGTV taking up some interesting positions here in the smokes themselves, trying catching some off angles. Foray on the AWP finds himself a second kill as well after finding a first through the smoke, toward finding one more on the deagle, and Kratty from behind with the lurk finds a one dig, almost landing a second, and this is a round that MetriX somehow lose despite having far better weaponry. They're going to be upset that they let this one slip against pistols in an AWP. The rifle didn't even have anything to do that round. Just kind of chilled in the background. This could be a long game, and it could be a heartbreaking one for MetriX. Or for LGTV. Can go either way. MetriX still able to bring in that round, and Yorick. Well, he tried something, that's for sure. Didn't quite work out, though. A little bit of damage dealt towards CTs, but at the expense of a lot of their health on Pawn and Luke. So, this round's not looking too healthy for the T so far. Man disadvantage, a lot of damage dealt to two of the players. And virtually no map control to go alongside it. Ooh, just spotting out that leg on the peak for the utility, and the least might get spammed through. Kratty will find that kill into Pawn, though, as they try and crunch towards the B site from middle. Playing towards CT, he's going to get cleared out, but not taken care of fully. 19 HP left on his body. And it's now a 2v5. Make it a 1v5. Make it a 0v5. As LGTV take care of the last two, well, the least does. Takes care of the last two players with relative ease. It's unfortunately reset the money for MetriX as well, so... You know, we could be seeing LGTV on 14. And MetriX are running out of time to make this comeback happen. Once 14 hits, that's when the pressure really mounts. And either LGTV start to fumble a little bit, the pressure getting to them, or they just bring it over the line fully. Pawn going to run through the molly. The flash is actually excellent from Yorick. Picking up an AK as well. The damage has been severe and thorough to the CT side. Or sorry, to the T side, but to the CTs as well. They've got themselves the man advantage, MetriX. And Kratty, he's quite low as well. Although, a bit of a lineup for the least, only finding the first, though. The bomb's been planted. So they're running out of time. Luffy finding another kill and make that a second. Although, hello. That's quite a way to bounce back. It won't really reset that CT economy just yet because they won so many rounds comfortably. But it is going to bring their economy down to 1 or 2 more buys, given them the loss bonus available to them. There is very little loss bonus available to them. So, given where the money's at right now, if they win this next round, they will reset that CT economy and they'll be able to propel themselves, hopefully, into the lead. It would be pretty annoying if they lost another pistol half buy thing. The Least, who's now taking up the op from 4A or X-Post. He's been brought down very low. And Craddy's been tagged a little bit through the smoke as well. It's very spread out for MetriX at the moment. You got 2 towards B stairs. You got 1 still in T spawn, probably launching towards mid, and then you got 2 on A ramp. Either they're trying to throw the fakiest of fakes, or they're just waiting for some CT aggression to try and find themselves that man advantage early on. The Molotov should force Creddy out of that angle. He doesn't have a smoke to extinguish it, but they cannot find the kill on him, even though he had to peek it wide and dry. Nothing comes through. The flash not effective. Austin Arena will still find that kill, but they both line up perfect. So from behind, Yorick will find himself 1 more kill and spray through the smoke from X-Post. Does a fair bit of damage to Luke Peef, but no kill found. The bone plant not denied either. X-Post being forced back from the angle as well by that Molotov. And this is going to be a bit of a sketchy one. Luke is very low on health. York is going to have to do the most of the work. And that's exactly what he's doing. Finding 2 kills, maybe even a third. 9 HP, but he's playing against the op. And yeah, beautifully done by MetriX. A great retake, even though they lost the man. And that's reset the CT economy now. A few rifles coming out, a bit of upgraded pistol weapons as well. A scout on 4A, who's not playing. Alright, so it's interesting to see 4A take the scout instead of the Least, because the Least was the one opping last round. So I still don't know who the main opper is for LGTV. I have no idea. Genuinely. This should be a round for MetriX, though. Oh! Luke, what are you watching? What are you looking at? Maybe like a nade lineup, but an early man advantage. Unexpected aggression from the CTs, and they've just doubled that advantage. Almost tripled. The spray continuation from Pawn. Not quite good enough for the double. So they'll have to deal with that 1 kill. Heavy damage inflicted on towards MetriX as well. Austin is on 28 HP. This would be a tough one for them to lose. They had the advantage in terms of firepower, in terms of armor. And 4A finding another kill on the scout. 1 more vulnerable to that scout. Yorick brought down low and taken care of by Craddy. And 4A on the scout is going to finish off that last kill as well. So, despite having the weapons advantage, MetriX have dropped yet another round. It's put their economy in a very tough spot. Again, a match pause has been called. Still don't know if it's a technical or a tactical one. ESEA client not really telling me that information. But oh well. This could be the last full buy for MetriX, and they have to make it count, because if they lose this one, not only do LGTV get themselves up until match point, but it'll be a very poor buy coming through from the CTs. That's why they had lined up to the Least, finding 1 of his zone before being taken down. Never mind, it's X-Post has been taken down. Still makes it a 2v4, and the flash good from X-Post. The Least will find himself another kill, make that 1 more double for him. And now Yorick in a 1v4 with nothing but a deagle. Should be able to find himself another kill and maybe a weapon as well. Picking up the AK. And at least not expecting one more through. Side hall is going to be spotted now. Spray through the wall, a little bit decent. But Florida should be able to finish him off. And that is match point for LGTV. And it's also an eco for MetriX. They'll bring in what they can, but it's definitely not going to be a very pretty buy. Yolt's maxing out his money and only able to buy Deagle. Tech 9's a plenty as well. And, I mean, they've won one like this before, so I'm not completely counting them out of it, but this could be the end of the line. The weaponry for this TT side is quite good as well. The flash. Burning his own teammate. That's a bit of a weird one. Made decent, so the damage advantage is currently in the favor of MetriX. But the man advantage is in the favor of Creddy, who's just doubled that up as well. On towards mid. So, yeah, this is looking like the end of the line for MetriX, unfortunately, unless they can make a miracle happen. I'm going to try and go in silently. But if you're completely overwhelmed like that, yeah, X-Post will find one a trait from Pawn, which my auto director isn't showing me. Yorick might be able to find himself another one, and he has done. Hold on a second. I mean, the health is very low, and yeah, Craddy's taking down Pawn, but Yorick has found an AK. 12 HP is all he's got. He doesn't have control of the bomb. And he doesn't have that much time either. 28 seconds as we speak. And Flatort finds that last kill. That is the match win for LGTV. A much closer affair for MetriX this time. Some clear improvements over Monday and yesterday, which I, again, wasn't able to cast. But, yeah, still a tough one to take. A tough loss to swallow. But, yeah. I don't know what really to say about this aside from a little bit disappointing. We might have an interview with Yorick soon. I'll just double check with him. He might not want to do it again after another tough loss, putting them 0-3 in groups at the moment, which is never a fun place to be. So I'll just quickly throw to break, and then I will let you know if we have an interview coming up.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart, yeah, I won't stop.
some people are in their exams and like college stuff, so we haven't been pracking a lot lately. But I think Vertigo has been just one of our better maps. So yeah, we performed a lot better than we did yesterday. But I think it could have been a win for us.
Yeah, there's a few rounds there that didn't really go your way. A few rounds that maybe you should have won. How do you guys regroup after losing against an eco or something like that?
Yeah, those ones are always painful, especially as it is quite consistent loss for us, because we really often lose to ecos and other like rounds we shouldn't be dropping. Such rounds are always like triggering most of the people, and it's this game we managed to regroup after it and just get our heads into the next round. But I think kind of the problem was that the economy was just broken after the eco round, so that was like the point that we had to force, and then we were just spiraling down because we didn't have any money left, and then it was all over.
It's a harsh cycle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You guys had a bit of a rough start to the game. You won the pistol, but then lost 5 following rounds. You still brought it back to a 9-6. How did you guys? What did you guys change up on that CT side to make it happen?
I think our CT side, we didn't really change anything, I guess. I think it's just the first few rounds. The second round was a bit unfortunate. We just got picked apart and then we threw it. But I think we just managed to play like we used to in the rounds after. I don't think we really changed something up. It's just that we played like a lot better in general. We didn't really change up anything specific.
Did you guys play anything at all before the ESEA season started?
Not in officials, only scrims.
All right, so now that you've got the first few games out of the way, how's the team feeling? Are you guys gelling together? Is the chemistry getting better?
Not really. I think, yeah, it always has been a little bit hard. Especially like the past few ESEA games are definitely ones that we could and probably should have won. So it's always a bit tough when you lose games you shouldn't lose. But I think we're just keeping our heads up and looking into the future. I think we have a bright future in front of us, but we'll have to look in some mistakes and big misplays that we did to win future games.
I mean, yeah, the individual pieces are certainly there. I guess it's just the teamwork and the communication that needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, exactly. It's mostly like the unforced errors, you know. It's not they're not forcing us to make errors, but we're just making them on our own. And I think if we manage to fix that mistakes, we'll definitely be able to get a really strong team.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, I certainly don't have any more questions, but is there anything you want to say to the stream before we end this?
Not really. Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you for everyone in the stream for watching. I hope you enjoyed what the team brought, and I guess my casting as well. And from myself, Yorick, and the team, I'm sure we wish you a very lovely Wednesday evening.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. just going with the gut. Never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but this is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin',